Welcome to the You Heard podcast, your go-to for Miami Hurricanes football. Ben, Joe, Pope, and CB break down recruiting, hot topics, and game day action.
All right, we'll talk about it at the end.
No, let's talk about this right now because he completely flipped it on me now.
I hate him for knowing this, bro. This man knew the brand, dog.
Okay, I don't appreciate that. I'm saying, like, I don't appreciate.
What are we talking about, son?
Get into it, talk. I felt
Keeping it a buck.
Let me close these curtains real quick.
You heard. Hey yo,
It's popping.
Step outside the booth. Superman is alive. What's popping, Joey? It's been a while since it's been the OGs, man. You take days off, I take days off.
Look at this dude. Just pop it in, man.
You got to make sure the lighting was right.
Yeah, just got finished tossing cows. And
Y'all, little unknown fact about Poke. Have y'all seen the original Twister? That was a real cow that was thrown. It was just Poke that threw it off screen.
cow tossing.
Yeah, he was just outside. He's like, "Yo, this cow's in my way. I'm gonna move it now."
Yep. What's going on?
You know what I'm saying?
What's going on,
Not
young
much.
fella?
Just a busy day of tossing cows, apparently.
That's what it is.
You know, I saw the sun's out, guns out. You know what I mean? We got the guns out.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's been blazing hot. The sun's out.
Yo,
Nice day. Got to take the top down on the Jeep. So, oh yeah.
Stupid hot. Just dumb hot.
It's hot out here too, man. 102 today.
Fam, down here is like 95 and it's like 187 with humidity.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's
stupid
ignorant. Oh, it's just dumb. It is Florida State stupid. Like it is just dumb. I don't like it.
Gainesville dumb.
like we were in the pool. We were in the pool all day yesterday, and it was almost not fun because of how hot it was. And we were in the pool.
Yeah. Like it's one of those like you got to keep your whole body on the wall. You know what I'm saying? Like just leave your head up because
like
if your
right,
pop out,
right to there. You got.
Yeah, that's still so dumb hot. That's the weather report for the day here on You Heard. Hope you all having a good day. It's been a while since it's been the squad. Last Sunday, Poke and myself held it down. Joy held it down Wednesday. By himself, solo dolo. Your boy was out and about working, man. It's crazy. How y'all doing, man? Poke, staying hydrated, staying SPF 1000. You good?
Yeah, man. Staying hydrated always.
That's the key, brother.
Always got to have the SPF on hand for sure.
Oh, bro. It's absolutely. I got to put it on.
Especially when you got expensive skin, it kind of kind of have to
Yeah.
protect your investments.
Facts. Joey, how was your week, man? We didn't get to catch up on Wednesday.
Yeah, man. It's been slow motion, man. Trying to stay cool. You know, getting people ready to go to college, getting ready for football season.
That's right.
Trying to get my travel arrangements together. You know, so it is what it is.
A lot of moving parts, man.
So chat, what's going on? Hold on. Chat. What up, man? Henry. Jay Singh.
Call me the clean up man.
Bagging up.
Jacoby.
Clean up, man. I don't know what that means. It sounds like some Equalizer type shit. You know, I don't know what that means, man.
Yeah, that's true. Also, wasn't there a Cedric the Entertainer movie, Clean Up Man?
The Clean Up Man?
Something like that.
Sounds like it would be.
Conan the Cleaner is what it was. You know what I'm saying? I think it was the name of it.
Jacoby, man. Slug Bruce. What's going on, everybody, man? Appreciate y'all guys.
Appreciate y'all, man. Another one. Y'all know what it is every Sunday and Wednesday, 6 o'clock. Fellas, we made it. We made it. This is the last weekend without football. This is it. Thursday, All-Star game. Was it the Hall of Fame game?
Hall of Fame game, NFL. Yeah, I like watching the young boys, man. I like watching the young guys in the NFL a bunch of hurricanes to watch, so I love it.
Yeah, man, that's it. We did it. We survived the offseason. I'm saying rumors, speculations, that's it. Because Thursday camp kicks off as well.
Yes.
The 31st. We are here. We did it. How y'all feeling? I know we're gonna get into it. All our questions. Shout out to everybody who dropped questions on our Twitter post yesterday. We're gonna get to it all, man. It's a lot going on. It's amazing. I'm just so happy. So, just to see football again. That's it. Like no more. Oh, what if this? What if that? Like now we get to see it. But yeah, man. Just overall, before we get into the other stuff, how y'all feeling that it's over? That's it. Off season's done. Now camp.
Yes.
Poke what you got.
No, I am more than ready, and I don't know why, but it seemed like this offseason was so much longer, and I don't know if it feels like that every year, but it felt like this offseason was so much longer. I don't know if it was because of we were just hyped from the type of season that we had last year that we hadn't seen in a while, and what Cam Ward brought to the table, and everything he was able to do, just ready to get back to that excitement again. Or if it was more than, okay, what's this team going to be without him? Oh, we got Carson Beck. Oh, how's that going to look? I think people are more excited to see how all these pieces are going to come together, all the different improvements that have been made, all the additions that have come in. I think that plays more into the excitement for me anyway, seeing how all these changes in how this new group is going to come together and how the team's going to look overall. That's what I'm most excited about.
Yeah, it's nice to have a high, we always have high expectations for our team because we're like that, but where the team kind of met, but yes, in some parts failed. Like the team was excited to watch. It was like, okay, is this the beginning of that next step, right? Because I think about it again. I'm gonna say it every time. Whenever any coach we've had over the last 20 years has a good third season, that fourth season tends to be a little bit of a step back. If we take that step up, is that the real trajectory of what we're gonna be, right? Like that's what I'm excited about. And man, it's just, and there's things I want to touch on that Joey talked about on Wednesday's show that I definitely want to get into. But Joey, how you feeling?
Yeah, man, the road to Charlotte, the road to college football playoffs, man. I'm ready, eager for that road. The first game, I'm eager for that. I'm ready for that. Kickoff. I'm a fan of big first weekends, and big first games. I'm a fan of that, man. Like, I know it's exciting to come through and, watch your team play whoever they play, but I'd rather it be Notre Dame than, I'm not going to name any names, but, I'd rather that. Like last year we played Florida first game. That was huge. A lot of shit talking. We didn't know what to expect. Our guy CB called it, said it was going to be a blowout.
He did. He called it by 30.
Yeah, he called it by 30. He definitely called
it.
Yeah. And I was just worried because, first game, you never know what to expect first game. And the same, I feel the same this way. Same this year. You never know what to expect. You have all off season. Coaches are planning all off season to do crazy things. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm ready. But before we get into that camp talk, we did have a safety commit, Cortez Redding, Jonesboro, Georgia. I'm saying, hold on, let me get a little late on the clap. We'll get it next time. Timed it off. But yeah, man.
We got all these toys, man, and we ain't using them.
I know. Hey, listen, it's a lot going on here, man. It's a lot going on. I might need to hire somebody behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying, and to handle all these things. But yeah, man, big time commit, 4-star out of Jonesboro, Jontavious Wyman's teammate. So yeah, man. Look, y'all know what it is. Congratulations to the young man, but it still wake me up in December. There's a lot that can happen from then and now. So the work continues. Like they don't stop recruiting him just because he's committed. If anything, Miami's going to recruit him harder. You know what I'm saying? So salute to him. Joey, did you get a chance to watch his film?
I did.
What you thinking?
Yeah, he's very fearless. He's very willing. He's a willing tackler. He's very versatile on his team. They use him a lot on his team in different positions. He seems to be knowledgeable, just a knowledgeable football player. He knows where the ball is going. He knows where he's lining up. He takes good angles to the ball. And he's a ball hawk, and he likes to hit. So I'm not worried. Everybody talking about his size. He's 6', 170. Again, he's gonna grow. Again.
So like we were never 17.
Yeah,
we were
that
never
happens.
17 and small.
Growth happens. Yeah,
small's relative.
Small's relative. In between these three, I think that
small's relative.
Looking at his face, he doesn't even have a drop of facial hair, man. So he's still growing. He's a young guy, man. So not worried about that. But safety. We needed somebody in the safety room. He's someone that's a 4-star still. He's still, and he plays with Wyman, and they got another dude on that team too. I hope we get. I forgot his name, man, but but
let us know if y'all know the name. What's up, Wiley Senior? How you doing, pops? Hope you good, fam.
Brother.
I know you grinding out there. Hope everything's good with you, brother. Shout out to Shad. Shout out to Slug. Go Jacket U. We'll get into that a little bit later. UF fans are delirious. But yeah, man, big time get. I like that they're teammates. I like that, coming with a teammate, continues that brotherhood and that, and that chemistry. That's dope. Just like how I liked it when literally CC and his brother Kiko were here, right? Like I like that continuity of chemistry, man. I like that because it shows they have that same kind of mentality. It ain't easy to be this Kane shit, bro. It ain't easy to live it. So when you in it, we appreciate you, man. So congrats to Cortez Redding. You was commit. Appreciate you, my brother.
Yes.
All right. Yes. Now we'll get into camp talk in a minute, but the Canes did drop a 42-minute springtime video. That I watched it twice because they dropped I think they dropped the wrong edit.
The new one.
They added the last 3.5 minutes because they cut it off when Darren Smith was talking.
Yeah.
The new one just added more guys talking, more about the brotherhood, more, more clips of obviously very edited clips. Like they're not gonna show you a lot. Like little scrimmage moments and catches and stuff like that. But it got me hyped. The part that Poke, did you get a chance to see it?
Like maybe the first 10 minutes, just didn't really have a chance to really sit down and watch.
Yeah, I feel you. I liked it when Cece was talking because it showed me, and I texted y'all, like it shows me a common mentality, even from talking to Kaneswear Jr. and to Cece, is just like that, trying to teach everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like make sure I'm always teaching because the older guys taught me, and to continue that kind of line and the expectations. And they showed CC talking to Demetrius Campbell, I believe was the young man's name. Demetrius Campbell,
talking to him and Kinsler.
Yeah,
a few clips. Yeah, yep.
Yeah, so it's dope seeing that, man. From Joy, from what you saw, what'd you get from it?
Yeah, that as well. What you were mentioning, CC, man. And it just seems like the work that always stands out to me with Coach Cristobal and his teams and what he preaches and what the young men preach as well. It's about the work, not being afraid to work. And when you put in that work, you feel more confident going into any situation, into the game, into the classroom. Think about before you take a test, man. If you've been studying and you know you've been studying, you're prepared, you go into that test like, this is nothing. I'm good.
Nothing.
I got it.
Yep.
But if you're unprepared and you haven't put in that work, that's when you get worried, man, and everything. So that's what always stands out to me. And with this video, they all talk about the work. Getting up, working, getting out, working on their own, working with teammates, they're just all putting in the work. And I love that.
Yeah, it was dope. I liked, and also at the beginning, Poke, before we go to you, I liked at the beginning that they alluded to what you talked about the the level of talent, how it's been raised, right? Where year one coaches, you know what I'm saying, like scouts were not really interested. They were on their phones. You didn't know if they were going to get a guy drafted year one of Mario's tenure and all that. They even had that clip. Like they must have just added that in because that was from ACC week.
Yeah,
Like they just added that in because Coach Cristobal didn't say that before. So, Poke, what'd you from what you did see from what'd you get from it, brother?
I kind of like how it started off with giving like just a little bit of the background and the history lesson with Coach Rumpf and you know
that
him
was
talking.
dope,
That's really dope to hear where you know a lot of this where the school started from, how they got the hurricane name, and, you know everything after that great hurricane of 26, how everything had to be rebuilt and restructured. It you know and it kind of spoke to me about how this team has gone. You know, it started off in 25 with the school and everything, and then it got completely almost wiped out and had to be almost rebuilt from the ground up. And then you look at the team now and where it's come from and what Coach Cristobal has started to do. It's kind of got that same type of effect where he had to basically come in like a hurricane and tear the whole place down and almost gut it. And now it's starting to rebuild it. And I think we're starting to see, you know, that progress year after year after year. And I think that was a good a correlation that I was able to pull from that. So that, and then seeing, you know, just how much, I mean, I only got to see the CC interview. So, but just the way he talks and, you know, being one of the older guys now, one of the ones with the most experience and being able to share that wealth of knowledge he's been able to gain up to this point with some of the younger guys and the newer guys coming in, and not only just trying to be a great player. He said he wanted to be one of the greatest O linemen to come through the school, which he has a very good shot of being, if not already one of them. And, but not only doing that for himself, but he also wants to make his teammates better around him. And I think that's looking across the board. We see those are the types of players that Coach Cristobal has been able to bring in and, you know, and get this program going in the right direction. So that's always refreshing to see. And then, you know, with us talking to Wiley Jr. the other day and, you know, be able to hear that him from a, you know, a true freshman coming in and being able to hear what he was able to speak to that as well. So you just, I mean, you can't deny the trajectory that Coach Cristobal has taken this program in. So I just thought that was really cool.
I would say this, like, like Rumpf's part, I was ready to just like, I was like, yo, I don't need to see nothing else, man. Like the passion that like he has for this university. I mean, that's 30 years he's really been a part of it, right? Like 96, 97, he came in and left, you know what I'm saying, left in 2000, right? Like he's been a part of that. This just in his blood. So like you can see like, and look, we got to see it firsthand, right? When back last spring, right? Like he talked about, and he spoke with the same passion. That's just who he is. It's not like for the TV or for the camera. That's how much he loves this. That's how much he loves this university. I was like, all right, cool, man. You don't need to show me nothing else. If these next 40 minutes are gonna be just Coach Rumpf talking about the university, I'm all good with it. I'm good. Yeah.
Same type of passion he would show, you know, recruits coming in on visits and stuff. It was the same type of passion we saw from him with just a couple ordinary dudes just, you know, getting a tour of the facility.
Yeah, man, it was so crazy. Loved it, man. If y'all haven't checked it out, please watch it. I watched it twice. Like I watched the 38-minute version, and they took that one down, and then they put the 43-minute version, and I watched that one, man. So it's definitely dope. All right, man. We're about to get into this Kings camp talk, but first, let's get this Kaneswear ad out of the way.
Welcome to Kaneswear.
New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Kaneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at Kaneswear.com. Kaneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
Shout out to our guy Flo in the chat, man. Appreciate you. I'm pretty sure he's either golfing currently or getting ready for a show. It's either one or the other. Never exactly sure which one it is with him, man. So shout out to our guy Flo, man. All right, fellas. That's it. We're here. We got a couple more days. We got a lot of questions heading into camp. So, as always, send it in the group chat. We send out the prompts. You know what I'm saying? Send out what we might want to talk about, and then we just leave it a freestyle here, man. Because y'all get our real, honest emotions. Nothing's scripted. Nothing's planned. None of that. So, Poke, what is your first question heading into Kings camp?
What is the chemistry going to be like with Carson Beck and the receivers?
Yeah, I have those questions as well when the pads come on, but the fact that he started throwing like a week after spring, and they talked about it that he's been throwing with them ever since. I like that. CC alluded to that he's done a lot of similar things that Cam has done. Obviously, hasn't been publicized because I think there's been a narrative about what Carson Beck's personality is because you're comparing him to Cam, how much we love Cam. So I think that's been unfair. And also it came in kind of dicey, right? Because like it was messy with the relationship and people like being invested in that. And I'm saying TMZ and this shit, which is wild. Like these are children. You know what I'm saying? Like these are people in their like early 20s. Like let them live. But yeah, man, like I think they hear to like answer your question, and hopefully I'm right. I think they hear all the questions we've been asking because we haven't been the only people asking it.
No,
and they've been working their asses off. But that's a great question, man. That's a great question. We got a lot. If we're being honest, we got a lot of questions. So y'all know how we do, man. On You Heard,
yeah.
Y'all know how we do on You Heard. If once somebody asks a question, then we got to come up with. We can't ask the same question, just like we can't give you the same players who we think are gonna ball. So this is all, you know what I'm saying, real genuine here. What you got, Poke? You gonna say something else?
Oh no, I was going to ask Joe, having more familiarity with the receiver position, how big of a difference is that with a brand new quarterback coming in and receivers who don't have quote unquote the amount of experience we had last year? Like, is that going to be a big issue? Should it be something that people should be worried about, or does it really? It doesn't really matter.
No, I think it's huge. Anytime you bring in a new quarterback, even with the experience that Carson Beck has, him personally, he's played a lot of football. They've all played a lot of football, but he's played a lot of big time football. So eventually the chemistry is going to be where you need it to be. But just coming in, you definitely need that quarterback receiver work because every receiver is different. Every receiver runs their routes differently. Every receiver has different speed, quickness. The way they run a slant may be different. The way they run a fade may be different. The way it's you have to learn every single receiver and their tendencies, how they move, their catch radius. You may be able to throw the ball high to CJ Daniels, but then you got Malley who you can't throw it that high to, or it's so many different nuances with each receiver and pass catcher that you have to put that time in. You have to put that time in. And it was amazing, my bad, Ben. It was amazing to me to see how Cam Ward had the chemistry with X, like out the gate, like that chemistry with all of them.
Mm-hmm.
With all of them. Like Cam he used to throw the ball before they even turned around. That chemistry was crazy. So yes, it's vital.
And I think one of the nice things hearing, and I don't know how many, I mean, I know you guys saw it, but at ACC Media Day when Carson Beck sat down with Dono on his show and he kind of talked about those types of things. I really like that the fact that he's been there despite all the rumors when everybody's saying he's been there in the player-led summer workouts. He's been the one leading them. He's put in all that extra time with not just the receivers, but the running backs, the tight ends, the offensive line. He's met with these guys to kind of see and show them like where he sees things coming from his point of view, but also getting their feedback to him, to what they're seeing, whether it's, how they run a slant or how they run a dig or what types of protections he's going to need from the offensive lineman.
Mm-hmm.
All those different nuances like you talked about. So I was very happy to hear that during that interview that he's been the guy in the room leading that, because honestly, I think he's going to play with a huge chip on his shoulder this year. He's got a little something to prove coming off a not so great year last year. He's got plenty of doubters out there that want to say that, oh, he's not as good as everybody says he is. That was just a fluke season he had, when he was really good and all these other different things. So I think he's got a little bit of a chip on his shoulder and a little something to prove. And I think that he's going to do everything he can. And honestly, this is his money year, so
yeah,
he's going to put in, I have no doubt that he's going to put in the work and do what he needs to do to up his stock and, shoot for that first round draft pick. So
absolutely.
Yeah. Couple things. It's funny, and Poke, thank you for saying, like, it's funny when people criticize him for the expectations they set for him, right? Like he
right.
like he still went 24-3 in the world's hardest football conference ever formed, right? Like he still dominated it completely, right? Like he still did that. Like people are like, oh, but no, all his team dropped a bunch of balls, number 1 in the country, and he had a ton of interceptions. Didn't he still win the SEC East and represent his, represent his side? That still happened, right? And the hardest conference that's ever been built, ever. There's Glazers all through social media, like, he still did that, right? Like, that still happened. He played so bad and was so bad as a quarterback that he won the conference. He gave his arm up because his O-line couldn't block anybody, and got there and got we forget that Gunnar Stockton was knocked unconscious in that game, and he had to come back in and hand it off with a broken arm to win the game. Like, we just gloss over that. Like, we just, hey, that never happened. Yeah, fam, we check the tape. It happened. The one thing I will say about the chemistry, right? I was thinking about this while you guys were talking about it. And it literally just had this thought, because I've had the same questions and fears, right? Is that this receiving group and Carson Beck are learning together, right? There isn't a guy, like, we don't have a carryover from last year, right? They're like, oh, Cam would have put the ball here, so now I got to adjust to you. Like, they're learning from Carson, you know what I'm saying? Like, just like he's learning from them together. So there isn't like that. There isn't like 2 or 3 receivers like, yo, Cam would have placed it here, now I got to get chemistry with you. They're all getting the chemistry because these are basically all inexperienced guys, all young guys, except for CJ that's coming from somewhere else. So that's what kind of gives me, and literally just thought about it while you brought it up and while Joey was talking. It was like, maybe that could be the difference, because like they didn't get that many snaps last year, right? Like they might get 5 to 10 because it was the top 6, and we're still saying like that's still 6 players that went to the league in front of them. You know what I'm saying? That are gone. So now you have 6 new ones, but they get to learn fresh, so they don't have that previous familiarity with the Cam, except for like the bowl game with JoJo. So just the thought that I had. I might be being super green shades, you know what I'm saying? Green and orange glasses with it, but they're learning.
No, I think it's a very valid point, and I think it's a good one. So it makes complete sense to me.
That's the only way I'm thinking about it, right? Like, they're learning together. Like, Carson doesn't know how X where he liked the ball.
Right.
But he's gonna know where Mally likes it, where JoJo likes it, where CJ likes it. That's the only knowledge, that's the only information he's gonna have, which is what he needs for the season.
Yeah.
All right. Joey, what's your question heading into camp?
Question or
because we got a multitude, a plethora, exorbitant amount.
Questions.
We got a lot. We got
are we going empty 1 and 1? Or are we going?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
1 and 1.
Just don't empty the chamber with the first one.
Don't do the clip, yo. Don't do the clip. Appreciate you, Mr. Wiley.
First question is, what is Coach Heatherman going to do with this defense?
I think that's the gigantic elephant in the room for everybody.
Yeah.
Also, real quick, Joe, I'm sorry to cut you off. There is video evidence that he blinks. He blinked 4 times in the 6 minutes he spoke. But it was like. No, but it was like Fam, I held my blink to watch him blink type shit. I'm like, my eyes got dry. I was like, babe, get the eye drops. My shit was dried out. So he does blink. There is proof that he does. Just 4 times in 6 minutes. So he sees everything. That's still a valid statement, and I will go to the grave with that one. All right, Joey, my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, not only like not personality wise, but personnel wise, you know, who's gonna play where, especially in the secondary, how he's gonna mix and match packages and groups, and is he gonna, you know, Notre Dame, is he gonna come out in a full with 4 or 3 linebackers? I'm sorry, is he gonna come out 4-2-5? Just there's so many questions, man, and I'm real excited about it because I like that. I like that chess piece. Like he has pieces that he can move around, and I'm curious to see how he does that. That's all. That's what we all want to know. I can't wait to see it. I've been told. Yeah. I just want to see what type of games he plays. Is it, you know, we all playing college football 26. Is his aggression on 99? Is it on 80? You know, is he coming out aggressive? Are we coming out passive? You know, I'm just curious to see how he coaches his defense and how he moves things around and how he maneuvers throughout the season, man. So yeah, that's a huge question for me.
Yeah, that's the question, right? Like, because is it one of those where is he one of those coaches? This is a valid question that I have. Is he one of those coaches that just does a lot with a little? Right? Because like we see what we have on our D line. Is he gonna ask our D line to continue to crash? Is he gonna have, you know what I'm saying? Like, because a lot of us and a lot of the comments and questions that were in our post was basically viewing as like, is that same defense going to carry over as if we carried over the same defensive staff? You know what I'm saying? Everybody gone. Linebacker coach gone. The only one that's carryover was Jason Taylor. Everybody's gone. Will those differences actually show differences, or will they be more of the same? Because a lot of times we've seen it, right? Like, no matter if you change the coordinator, it all just kind of becomes looking like the same kind of team.
Yeah.
Right? Like the trajectory of Coach Heatherman is one that's been, you know what I'm saying, going through the roof, all the places he's been, and we saw what he did last year at Minnesota. Now with all these pieces,
Minnesota.
what does he do? Yeah.
Do you know what to do with the Lambo? Like, you cool because you had a no disrespect. I don't want to sound like I'm disrespecting.
No disrespect.
You had a Ford.
You said Acura.
You had a Ford Focus, and you was cool,
yeah.
man. You whipping through the city. You had the Ford Focus. You weren't worried about crashing the Ford Focus.
Yeah.
It's a Ford
nobody
Focus.
was really looking at it.
I mean? Nobody cared about the Focus.
Yeah.
Now you got the Lambo. Yeah. What are you gonna do with the Lambo? Do you know how to care for it? Do you know how to tune it up? Do you know how to get it going? You know, so I can't wait to see that.
Yeah. I think we're going to see a lot of that, honestly, just with what Coach brought in to this defense, with all the new pieces
in the second.
I think we're going to see, especially in the secondary. I think it's going to be a lot more aggressive going
and that's
forward.
what I want. Like I want, with all the talent, right, that I think we have and we all think we have. Listen, man, 2 safeties over the top, man up, and let's go. I mean, that's all I need.
Run it.
That's all I need, man. You know.
Yeah. Let's keep it simple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I think, you know, you say that, Benny, and I think that's a key point, because one of the things that Coach Heatherman talked about is the simplicity of the style of defense that he runs as compared to the last coach, where we heard a lot of complexity issues with it. So I think keeping it simple is not going to be a bad thing, because if you can keep it simple and you can execute and you can play fast and hard, I mean, why make something complex that doesn't need to be?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like what part? And when I went back, I remember when we first hired him, I went back and watched the Minnesota games, and it was just a see ball, get ball defense. It wasn't like watching our defense in comparison, right? It was like, it felt like, well, no, if the left tackle takes the right instep on the quarter, you know what I'm saying? Like, on the quarter hash, then you crash inside. Like some random shit, like little keys had to trigger every little thing where I was like, even I'm like, and I'm just looking at it like an asshole. Like I don't know I don't know what I'm looking at, but even I know they're confused. Even I know they're hesitant. I'm like, they needed all these keys to like line up, and if those things didn't line up, they didn't know how to process football. That's what it looked like on last year's defense.
Yeah,
top to bottom. You saw Minnesota was like you would just see the middle linebacker point. That was it. There wasn't a whole bunch of there wasn't a whole bunch of hands. Just one thing, and that was it. And if it's that I'm good with it because that's the way we rock, and I'm totally fine with it. But my God, was that like in because I don't watch a lot of other people's football, you know what I'm saying, like other teams' football. And being fixated on like actually watching Minnesota's defense, I was like, holy ish, our defense was a challenge, dog. A challenge. Like, this is the 5th total defense of last year. Number 1 was the team who won the national title. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if we get anywhere close to that of just assignment football and they know what they're doing and they're not looking confused and they're not like tackling each other or blaming each other after the play, you know what I'm saying? And that kind of stuff, I'm good with it. And again, he's going to see everything. And does he adjust drive to drive, or does he wait a quarter? Does he wait 2 quarters? Like last year's, like Joe, you pointed at on Wednesday's show, like, and we saw last year, we'd be a way better second half defense than the first. But we're playing catch up at that point.
Ridiculously better. Like it was like dumbly better in the second half.
Like how if you know you can be good, why not make them?
Yeah, you could be good. Like you just choose not to. You just choose to call the wrong defense for an entire half. Like that's what we doing.
Why wait to the second half if you know what adjustments need to be made? Just make them.
They're doing the same plays.
It's like damn.
Shout out to Mo, man. Appreciate the dono. Go Canes. Appreciate you.
Oh.
All right. My question. Right? My question. Does this offense continue to run through the slot? And if so, should JoJo get that spot more so than not? That's my question. Right? Because we know Dawson's offense. We've seen it. We saw it at Houston. We've seen it here. The slot receiver tends to be the focus. When you want to put JoJo, who I think who Joey and I believe can't play that spot, and put him there as a massive mismatch for anybody who's going to be potentially covering him. That's the first shit that popped. That's the first question that I wrote down in my head because I didn't write it down. When I thought about it, I was nowhere near a pen and paper. So that's the first one that I had. If that's what, because like for the most part, unless it's unproven in that, right? So if JoJo's that dude, right, by all accounts, everybody who watches him and goes to practices and all that, tell me he's a dude. In this offense, the slot tends to be that. Why not put JoJo there? That's my question.
I think the offense is gonna stay that. That's just Dawson's offense. That's a staple of his offense. So yeah, but JoJo, I think he can definitely move around. I wouldn't think putting him in the slot full time would be
no. Rotate.
But yeah, I think he can definitely move around. But again, I don't think Coach Dawson does that. You know, once, like if we look at last year, nobody moved around. X didn't move outside. You know, occasionally when they would run the stack or bunch formation, he would be more outside than in the slot, but
he rarely lined up outside.
Yeah, he's not gonna line up outside, or you know, CJ Daniels is not gonna come inside, or you know, so yeah, as much as that may be a wish, or
it's a wish. It's a wish question. It's a wish question, 100%.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen.
No, I don't. No, I'd have to agree, and I think who said it in the chat? Rocky actually pointed it out, and I'm kind of on the same page as him. Yeah, right there. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Dawson run. Yeah.
I think that has more to do with, and he did say because he's an upperclassman, but I think that has more to do with we haven't seen anything that he can do yet, and I think this is like almost like a a make or break type situation for him. And I think he's got a little something to prove. And I think Dawson's going to give him that opportunity.
Yeah, Ray, the way he works, man. If they're going off of work, we want to see you work. We want to see, Ray.
He's more than earned it. He's more than earned it.
Ray's a worker.
I will say that.
So yeah, and he's bled Miami. Like I think the people who are still there for a reason. If they wanted him gone, he would be gone.
Yeah, no, they would have talked to him. They would have talked to him. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Chase Smith is still there. Markeith is still there. They're there for a reason.
Markeith finally grew into his head.
I was gonna say.
And
it took him a little while, but
that boy, I like what I see now. Yeah,
that boy put on some good size these past 4 or 5 years.
I saw somebody say he's always in the right place, but just never had the weight.
Yeah,
and now he has some of the weight, and he's fat. He's to the ball, see ball, get ball.
That's a testament of how people grow. Everybody grows differently, man. Some people like Snoop Dogg and just stay 165 their whole life.
Their whole life,
no matter what you do.
Life. And he eats because of how much he smokes. Like he eats.
I mean, I as much look at a piece of cake and I gain 5 pounds.
Facts. That's
all I got to do is just look at it.
I think about food.
Think about food and gain weight, right?
Yeah, it's a solid 8, just right there.
Just thinking about it.
Don't fit no more. Yeah, damn. I was sleeping. I swear to God.
What? Yeah, man.
All
right.
Circling
next
back.
question. You can go first. Nah, you go first.
You started
the draft. This the draft. Go first.
Draft questions. Yep. I mean, I'm gonna go low hanging fruit on this one, fellas. I ain't even gonna hold you. Who's gonna be our 4th D tackle on rotations?
My questions too. Yeah.
Who's gonna be that 4th D tackle? Because Justin Scott, David Blay, Amon Moulton, kind of seems like they're locked into those top 3 spots.
Who's gonna?
I don't stay locked in. Who's that 4th guy? Is Dante Simpson gonna take?
We're gonna need it. We're gonna need it. We're gonna need at least 2 more.
Yeah. Artavius gonna jump in there. I'm saying get some snaps. So
we're gonna mess around and see a old lineman move over. You know what I mean? It's Pancake a D tackle now. I mean, what?
We don't know. You know
what I mean? We don't know.
Tommy Kinsler want to take some snaps? What's popping?
He might come out wearing number 96. You know what I mean?
That's a big ass 96, yo.
Yeah, man.
That's the biggest question, right? That's the biggest question. Not the biggest question, but it's a question. It's a big question.
Well, no, it was always going to be a question because just the depth on the defensive line is a question.
Mm-hmm.
In itself,
Armando Blunt. Does Armando Blunt jump and get some snaps in there? Because he could play both.
Yep.
You know.
I mean, we got guys that can play both now with Mezzi and Bain. We've saw him get moved inside before. There's always that option.
If you go speed pack,
I like it. I'm probably in the minority. I don't like it.
No, I'm not saying I like it either.
Yeah.
I'm just saying we've seen that, but there's no doubt that somebody else needs to step up so they don't have to do that.
Yeah. In instances, I would like if we're doing like a speed package, and I understand why you want to do like the Bain and Mezzi inside and say Lightfoot and Hayden Low on the outside. I could see that in moments, but I don't want that to be like a rotational thing that you're gonna like. We know, okay, now we know what we're, what I'm saying. Now they're moving them inside because we have. I don't want that to happen. I want somebody to take the steps and not have to move in Bain inside or a Mezzi. That's what I don't want. But,
I mean, there's Dalen Russell's there too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's another there. There's bodies there.
Mm-hmm.
There's bodies
Plenty
there.
of bodies there.
Yeah.
It's just who's going to be the one to do it.
Mm-hmm.
What you thinking, Joey?
What the hell are we doing on special teams? That's a question, and quite frankly, a concern for me more than a question.
That's an elevation. That's an elevation of a statement. That's no longer okay. Yeah,
it's a concern for me, man, because that's the third element, right? Offense, defense, special teams, and over the past couple seasons, again, a good 8 years, we've been spoiled with kicking wise.
Yeah.
You know, we've been spoiled. So that's something that we now have to move on from. We have to, and we have a kicker who has experience, right? He has experience kicking in major environments, hostile environments. So, and at one point, or I think he hasn't missed the extra point ever.
Not yet.
Like
Never.
right?
Nope.
Not
Brett
going.
Auburn.
Yeah.
Bert.
So missing the extra point, that's fine. You know, you're making the extra points, but you know, when we need 42 yards, man, when we need 45, it was kind of automatic, you know, for the most part. So the return game,
I think we're gonna be fine there.
I hope so, you know, but nah. And more than the return game, you're right, Pope. The coverage game. Kick coverage, punt coverage. We've not been solid. We have not been solid with that, man. So
we do not have one.
I don't know. I don't know
we
how
might have like an assistant.
Yeah.
We might have like an assistant there, but they're on staff. There is no designated special teams.
That needs to be taken more seriously, man. I don't, you know, so we can't have people returning kicks on us, man. No. So
Joe says nobody, baby.
Yeah, man.
Shout out
So that's a concern for me. That's a concern for me.
Yeah, that's a bigger statement. Yeah, that's a concern. Yeah. It's all the unknowns, right? It's really what our questions are. Like, we did get swolled. We had a bunch of Borgaluses. Now we don't have any more. Now we got Auburn. And I will say this, Bert is probably Roberto now. You know what I'm saying? He's been in Miami for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He probably braided up the long hair. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he's having a great time.
Yeah.
So yeah. And again, another guy that has a lot to prove, right? Like that, you know what I'm saying? I think one of the best kickers in Texas history, but like how it ended wasn't great.
Right.
So, you know, has some things to clean up too. So hopefully it's good. Poke, what you got,
so
brother?
we have a special teams coordinator, and we have 2 special teams analysts.
Yeah.
Who's the special teams coordinator? What's the name?
His name is Danny Coulter. His second year as special teams coordinator.
Oh, so he was the special.
He was a senior. He was a senior quality control analyst from 21 through 23. Got bumped up to special teams coordinator last year, and he's back again this year. graduate in 2017.
All right, man. All right, Danny.
Okay. Youngin. Okay. Was that?
Let's get it.
All right,
and then 2.
All right.
2 analysts for special teams.
Big Kane asked a question here, kind of in a way. Who do you have returning punts?
Keelan Marion to me and Keontae Scott backing them up.
Marion and Scott for me. Yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing Pringle.
I wouldn't mind.
I think you'll see him on kickoffs. I think Scott and Pringle would be. I think that would be.
I wouldn't mind Malley back there either. I wouldn't mind Malley at punt return.
I wouldn't mind.
I think we'd see him.
Willie Humphrey back there either at kickoff. I wouldn't mind that. See what he got back there. All right, Pope. What you got, brother?
Which one do I want to go with here?
Let's go. Let her rip, Tater Chip.
So I'm gonna stay on the offensive side of the ball, and I'm gonna go with how is the offensive line going to adapt to Carson Beck's playing style? Like how much of it? It's going to be a vast difference from Cam to Carson. And I think, you know, you mentioned before, we don't have those receivers coming in. You were saying, oh, okay, Cam would put the ball here and so on. But now we have almost the same offensive line minus the center. So how is that going to look? Right.
Yeah. You heard CC. If we got a block for 10 seconds,
we're
gonna
do
block
it
for 10 seconds.
Yeah. Well, they should be used to doing that, right?
Yeah.
As much as
I
Cam
think
would
though,
move
what I
around
think,
and
what I think we're gonna see though, which is gonna be surprising, is more running. I think Carson Beck will take off more than Cam did. Because Carson Beck can get out. Like Carson Beck can run, and I think he's more prone to take off than Cam Ward would. Cam Ward would sit back there for 8 seconds. You know what I mean?
Well, Cam was definitely more of an improviser.
Yeah.
Than Carson is going to be.
But I think Carson will take off a little bit better, man. And I think because of that, I think the sacks will go down. The sack number will go down. Because I think Beck is going to be less prone to taking sacks.
And I don't think Beck is going to hold on to the ball naturally. Even if he do get the 8 to 10 seconds, I think he's going to be quicker to get the ball out. Right? Like I think, and not that that's a knock or anything, but like he's going to be 3 to 4 seconds. Does he have the 10? Yeah, the offensive line can hold him down for the 10 easy. But I think 3 to 4 seconds. But he's done it. They don't want
to do that. They don't want to make a habit of that.
No, you don't want to make a habit of it. But I think he's going to be quicker with the first read and get the ball out faster. Which, look, teams going into a game one against Notre Dame, they're going to have last year's film. You're dealing with a whole different quarterback. Like you're dealing with different receivers too. So part of being able to get the ball out quick is having the receivers that can get open and know what to do so he can get the ball out quick. So that's going to be a question too, man. You know, you don't have the crafty X in the slot, you know, who can get open. You know, Kenny's receivers win off the line of scrimmage because I have a feeling, this is just a gut feeling. I have a feeling Notre Dame is going to have heavy boxes, 8 in the box, 9 in the box, and man up on the outside and say, beat us. What? Yep.
Beat us. What? So we got to have receivers who can win.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. That communication, Poke, back to your question, that communication with the O-line when they were used to hearing a voice all last year, because this is a carryover, right, for the most part. When they're used to hearing Cam's voice back there, I think it will take some time, but that's why those practices got to be hard, fam. Because there's not many D lines that they face this year that are going to be better than what they face in practice. And that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's not many Ruben Baines on their 12-team schedule that they're going to be facing this year. So that communication is going to have to be crucial and key in practice every single time. Like, he's got to get on that O-line if they fuck up. They got to get on him if he calls the wrong protection slide. Like, that's got to be a give and take. That's got to continue. But that's a great point because that O-line's knew what Cam was going to do, right? Like, that rapport wasn't just with the receivers. They knew they had to block for 8, 10, 12 seconds while Cam was moonwalking back there and had the cleanest pocket, which, again, it was the same size pocket that previous quarterbacks had. That's just what the standard pocket is in a mirror ball system. You're going to get time. It's going to be clean. The decision you make is going to be on you. It's not going to be because you were rushed or pressured. You're going to have your time. So that's a great question, though. That is a good question because it's the complete opposite of the receivers. Said they line up 9 in the box. CJ going for 1,300.
Love it.
I hope so.
I hope so.
I hope so.
Hell yeah.
I hope so because I think they feel like their secondary is better than our receivers. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
They have nothing to show that our receivers are better as of right now. Just, there's no data, there's no film, there's no video, nothing. One thing I will say back to the video, the content, that I didn't realize this. I was like, damn, I thought Dawson was kind of pulling out numbers. They did run the ball 55% of the time last year.
That's what I was saying.
It was 55-45. So I remember last week, Poke, in our show, they were like, no, but they threw the ball so much more. No, they didn't.
That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, 55% of the time they ran the ball. That number. So if that number stays around there, that gives Carson all the time in the work. Because if our O-line is going to block like they did last year, was it 3 players with 5 yards per carrier or higher? You know what I'm saying? Like if that continues, that changes a lot. You can stack that if you want to. We're still going to run the ball. You know what I'm saying?
We still going to run. We run in heavy boxes, B. But I think Carson Beck is going to have the freedom. Pause. I think Carson Beck is going to have the freedom to be able to do just like Cam Ward. He's going to have that same freedom to do what he needs to do. So if you're a quarterback and you come up to the line of scrimmage and you see 8 in the box, you're probably going to check out of it. Like you may try it once or twice, but you're probably going to check out of it.
Appreciate you, Dante.
You.
All right. Whose turn is it? Am I up for the question?
Mine. No, we're going back around. My turn.
Going back around?
Yeah.
Okay, my fault.
We had
we got one more after this. So
we had listener questions, didn't we?
Yeah, we had.
Yeah, we'll get to them.
We had one.
Yeah, okay.
We'll get to them.
We'll get to them. What newcomers, not freshmen, but transfers, what newcomers step up, man? I have 6 in particular. Motore.
Yes.
Keontae Scott.
Do you have him on the outside? Do you have Motore outside?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
Keontae Scott, CJ Daniels, David Blay.
Yep.
Zachariah Poyser.
Yep.
And Lucas. What do we get from them? You know, do we get pre-injury Motore? Fully healthy pre-injury Motore? Do we get pre-injury Liberty CJ Daniels?
CJ Daniels. Yep.
Because that's the one, you know.
That's the one we need.
That's the one.
That's the one.
You know, Poyser and Blay, can they step in and step up at this level of competition? I know everybody's excited about Poyser. He had a dope spring, a fantastic spring, but this ain't where you was at before.
Yep.
David Blay, this is not where you was at before. This is something different. Those double team, Notre Dame's O-line going to be a little different. It's going to be a little different than Georgia State or whoever. You know, no disrespect. Okay.
No disrespect.
Xavier Lucas, you know, can you step up and be that dude, man? So, yeah, I'm curious to see what we get from those guys. Yeah.
If we're going just transfers, I'd like to add on the offensive side Alex Bowman. I think he's going to be. I think he's going to be a big time contributor in the red zone and places like that. You know what I'm saying? Kind of gives you a different dynamic than what Elijah Lofton brings. But yeah, that
I would add James Brockenmeyer too. You know, because at TCU, I think he had a stat where he didn't allow a sack or something.
Not one.
But that's different than run blocking. You know, like can he get push? You know, can he get pushed? Can he handle that part of it? So yeah. All those guys, man. I want to see what we get. What we gonna get, baby? You know,
all of it.
I want to see it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of them are starters. That's the other crazy thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like as of right now, like that's who likely is one of our starting receivers. It's likely our starting safety, battling, you know what I mean? Looks like definitely our starting safety and Zach Poyser. So yeah. These are our questions. Look, we don't have the answers for them. These are our questions heading into camp. We just try to give y'all our best perspective and our best thoughts on it. And yes, Big Kane, this is also correct. Again, not the analysis I'm using, but I just want to state for the record, Bauman is sick on NCAA 26.
Yeah, he get busy.
Boy catches everything. If that's anywhere similar to the stats he gives. All right, so who's up next on the questions? Anyone?
You?
Me? How big of a game changer and difference maker is Elijah Lofton going to be.
Really?
Yeah, I have a question. It's just
Yeah.
we hear about it, right? Like we saw a little bit of what he did, but he had two guys in front of him last year, right? Like he had the blocking tight end in the super senior Cam McCormick and Elijah Arroyo, right? Like those aren't guys that like you're just gonna leap over. That one is entrenched and one is, you know what I'm saying, proven and trusted. That's not a knock on anything, but does he like how big of a difference can he be? Brock Bowers-esque chemistry with Carson.
Yeah.
Not saying that, you know what I'm saying, not saying that to that level because he's still a sophomore, but the young man, again, talked in the video, the young man has a great mindset, great mentality, just a pure worker. Like I think CC has said similar things. Like I'm not happy with good. I'm not happy with good. Like I don't. People tell me I had a good season last year. I don't care. That doesn't. There's levels that I want to take, and that mentality is dope. So I'm not saying that I'm questioning Elijah Lofton. That's not what the question is. Is like, what is he going to be in this offense, and are they going to take advantage of what he brings to the table heading into fall camp and seeing what that is? Because there's a bunch of linebackers that might be able to cover him. Like Bobby Pruitt might be able to hang with him because he has the athleticism. I'm saying Kellen Wiley might have the foot speed. Like, how does he deal with that? How does he take advantage of those situations and those moments? So, because I think he could be a huge X factor on this offense, yo. Huge X factor.
Yep. See how he gets used. See how Coach Dawson moves him around. I think he'll be in the backfield. I think he'll be at H-back. I think he'll be split wide. There's a lot of different ways to use him, man. So we shall see.
No, and the way Dawson speaks of him, I think he's going to be used in all those positions.
Oh yeah,
and especially with the success that Beck has had with tight ends.
Yes,
and he tends to take like check down type, getting the ball out like we talked about earlier. So, and then somebody had mentioned it earlier in the chat, but I think the tight ends are going to be in for, I think, one of the biggest years we've seen in a while overall as a room. If not just Elijah Lofton, which I'd be completely fine with if it was just him. But no, I think they're going to get a lot of use this year.
Yeah. All right. Let's get to some of the questions in the chat, man. We could
I think we'll go with the last one.
We had an hour.
Yeah, we'll go with the last one first. Dante Colon just asked, what's my bad? Wrong one. Dante Colon, could this be a coach's KB's breakout season as developer? Just saying, plus C-Beck may have as good or better year than Cam. Ooh. All right. Our resident receiver, Joy, you want to handle the KB's development question?
Yeah, I think KB's developed wonderfully. X is a prime example of that. Over the years, younger X used to just catch the ball and fall every time for the most part.
Every single time.
Yeah. X developed nicely over the years. When we got Kobe Young, he came in raw. He developed into something very, very nice.
Yeah.
Horton, Jacoby George. Yeah, they all have fantastic seasons and all look good. We I think again everyone tags the development and as looks at development or lack of development because they didn't get drafted high.
Yep.
But again, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna die on this hill. Those people, X, love X, but he's not the prototypical draft high receiver. Who's the last receiver with his measurements that got drafted high? Like, no, who? I don't know.
Can't think of anybody.
Like, yeah,
I think,
man.
The closest, I think, maybe McConkey.
Lab McConkey.
I mean,
and then when did he get it? Didn't he get drafted?
Faster.
Like
he still got drafted.
Yeah, but like late, right? I don't know when.
He's faster, but I'm just thinking like if the closest comparison, I think. Would maybe that.
So like they.
But other than that, I don't think
drafted, but the numbers and what they did are undeniable. So
Yeah.
I think KB has done a great job at development, man. Now, we can talk about the recruiting and not getting players that
guys. Yep.
certain guys. Yeah, we could talk about that, but development, nah, I think he's good.
I got a couple from Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, if we want to answer some of those. Let's go with from, and this was several people had mentioned this, but let's just start with from Gabe Owner from X. Can they stop the run and get interior pressure with the DTs? The run stopping was a big question. Several people asked about stopping the run. So
Miami stopped the run fine last season. Like
that wasn't the problem.
Yeah, that wasn't the problem.
I don't think getting pressure inside, I think
that's something
might have been more of an issue.
That's something. That's something. But I definitely think Amar Moten and Justin Scott will be able to generate pressure from the interior this year. Definitely. I don't even have a question with that. Yeah, Ben.
I think a lot last year, the defensive tackles did get pressure in the backfield, but they didn't make the play, right? Like they would jump the wrong gap. They'd be in the backfield, they would jump the wrong gap, and that's sometimes where the running back will go through. But our issues wasn't the middle of the field. I'm saying the middle of the line. It was people were just running up on the sides of us.
It was the
edges and killing us because we would crash the inside with Simeon Barrow and not go down the line. That wasn't so much the issue. It was we get that upfield and there wasn't that guy behind because the linebackers might have been confused because the wrong key. You know what I'm saying? Like there wasn't that guy behind them to stop. So the defensive tackles didn't make that pressure. It looked bad because they'd be in the backfield and then the running back would run by him because they'd crash the wrong hole and the linebacker wasn't there to cover them. And
again, I think that
was a lot of issues.
From what we're hearing, just the way the D-line attacks and the way the defense attacks one gap up the field, I think that's going to just generate pressure just because of the scheme. So, yeah.
Hell, if they just contain the outside, it'd be all right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If they imagine they contain the outside and get that upfield pressure with the DTs, I'm with it. All right,
another one that was asked quite often, who's our backup QB? What?
Just bad podcasting with all three of us staying silent.
It has to be Emory Williams, man. Again, we said it earlier. He's there. So they wanted him there.
He's there. He's been there.
Yeah, he's been.
He knows the offense.
Mm-hmm.
I think
that's
we
what it
take
is.
the snapshots, and this is just me giving a lot of grace here, right? We see snapshots of bad performances and think that's all Emory is.
Well, everybody's the bowl game. Everybody's putting on the bowl game.
Right, but that's still as a true freshman. Yes, we know the play that it wasn't an extravagant play calling in the Clemson game as a true freshman. He still had that mentality and wasn't shaken, you know what I'm saying, to beat Clemson for the first time that we beat him in like 10, 15 years. You know what I'm saying? So and he's here, and that staff sees him every single day, all the time. Talk to him, watches him watch film. So but I think it's Emory.
You've got to think. Third-year Emory is going to be drastically different than first-year freshman at Clemson Emory. You've got to think that's the case, right? And if it's not, then that's a much, much bigger issue that we need to discuss at a different time.
Yeah.
But that's one of those things that's going to be wait to see if it gets to that point, which, hopefully it doesn't, and we don't even have to worry about it, and this isn't even a discussion anymore. So,
yeah, I hope we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I hope we don't have to talk about it. I hope it's not a thing that has to be addressed. I'm not gonna. No, just yeah.
All right, one more from X here, and this is kind of one we talked about in the chat, and we can probably wrap it on this one if you want in our group chat, text chat.
Yep.
And I kind of want to put this one out there because we had a pretty in-depth discussion about it. So
we did.
From
we
Raphael
had before the pod.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
So Raphael at King Raphael 96 on X says, are the Canes truly ready to embrace the negativity that comes with being a good Miami team? Great Miami teams rarely got good praise. It's always been negative narratives and all the reason why they should lose or not be as good. Can they feed off that, be mentally a tough team?
Joe, you want to go first on this? Because you didn't. I don't think you jumped in on the chat. I think it was like mostly me, CB, and Poke on that group chat.
Yeah, I think your head coach comes from that, right? So your head coach was on the teams. Your head coach played for those teams who received all the negativity,
all the hate.
So I think he's prepared the team for that, no doubt. Like he enforces, or he reiterates that you keep everything inside the building. That's the important part. Everybody inside this building, that's who's important. Leave the noise outside. Leave the noise outside. They talk about that all the time. It's just noise. It's just noise. And you're gonna hear it. It's social media era. You're gonna hear it.
Now, family, somebody's gonna tell you
family,
something.
Everybody talking shit, I'm sure. You got players, you got your friends from high school who play at Ohio State or who play at Florida or whatever, Texas. So they're hearing it, but I think your head coach, I've always said your team takes on the personality of your head coach.
Facts.
And we know how Coach Cristobal is, and we know he's not going to let that, as hard as it is, he's not going to let the outside noise affect what happens inside his building. So I think it's all good.
Well, and if we're being honest, when has there never not been negative narratives around Miami? I mean, everybody hates Miami, right? It's us against the world. That's what it's always been.
Yep.
So
and it's the truth. It's truth.
Well, it is the truth.
It's not lies.
Whether they've been good or bad for the last however long, it's always been that. So I think, these kids coming into play at Miami, they have to know that ahead of time. I mean, I'm sure the staff, coaches, everybody knows that. They know that's going to be the case. And I went back to the point of those are the types of players that are getting recruited now to come to Miami, or those guys that have that type of mentality to like, you know what? Yeah, it's going to be us against everybody. Let's get in here. Let's work. Let's do this thing. Let's not worry about what the outside noise is. Let's take care of business and handle our business and go to it. If any of those types of things start creeping in, that's when you start seeing division. That's when you start seeing cracks throughout the roster, through relationships, the team not playing together. And I think we saw that in the past a lot. And I think that was one of the biggest things that Coach Cristobal coming in was wanting to fix. And I think where it's at now is a testament to that, because we're not seeing all those, all the talk, so to speak, like on social media. We're not seeing all the gas station pictures anymore. We're not seeing all the, the stupid shit we used to see online after games that like, what are you doing?
You just got beat by 32, brother.
And we're dancing on the sideline and having a good fun time, like we're in the backyard playing touch football with our buddies. We're not seeing that anymore, and I think that goes to the type of player that is coming in, getting the right fits, the guys that want to be there, and adapting to that culture that Coach Cristobal wants to have at the University of Miami.
Yeah, I think a lot of the young men embrace that too. They embrace it.
Facts.
I think we also find out, like you could understand what it's like to be at the University of Miami as a recruit or a commit, but once you're in it, when you really find out that like the negative narratives and how you're going to be criticized and all that stuff, I think you find out more about the player if they leave, right? Because like you could find out, somebody could tell you about it, but when you're in it and you really know what it feels like, you might not be made for it, and that's totally fine. Like that's not a knock on you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why there's a transfer portal, and that's the business of it.
Yep.
Right. Like you might be here for a summer and think you're entitled to more because you were whatever ranking or whatever rating, and then you find out they're like, we don't give a fuck what your rating is. We don't. If you're not here to work, hey brother, I wish you the best. Hope you land on your feet, man. We'll make sure you find somewhere to land. But living in this life and being in it are like seeing it and living in this life are two totally different things. When you're in it, it's not gonna be the same as like getting to visit or like where you're rumored to go and things like that. So the work is the work, man, and it doesn't, and you don't get handed anything. And that's one thing that Coach Cristobal has. If you're not ready to work, man, you're not ready to be a Miami Hurricane, and there's nothing wrong with that. You could go work somewhere else that might employ you differently, or their standards might be different. Right, wrong, or indifferent. None of us know here. Nobody in the chat are gonna know what it's like to run an entire program, handle all those personalities, and handle all that stuff. And the head man is the one that sets the standard, man. So, and again, Joe, you said it. He knows better than all of us. Played there, went back 4 times, right, as a GA, then as an O-line coach before we went to Alabama. If there's anybody that knows it, is Coach Cristobal, and it's not like anything has changed, you know. So yeah, man. Is that it? That's the last one.
Yeah.
Nah. Joe, you want to make
bunch of other questions, but we asked those ourselves. So
yeah, we asked those ourselves. The DT's question, the safety questions, stuff like that. Appreciate everybody who was a part of it, man. Appreciate y'all. Leave your questions in the chat if you're on the Rewatch Squad. You know what I'm saying? Make sure to leave us a review, a like everywhere you get your podcast. Poke, you got anything for the people?
Miami baseball still doing work in the portal, man. Added another arm a couple days ago. Transfer from Alabama, big righty, Packy Bradley Cooney. So another big righty that can run it up to mid 90s.
That's an Alabama name. Yeah,
Packy.
Yeah.
Packy Bradley Cooney.
Like the chips, like PACQ, like the chips, Packy chips.
No, not Pocky, Packy. PACKY.
Oh, okay.
Y.
Okay, all right.
CKY.
So throughout his career, he's actually a graduate transfer, so he's an older, experienced guy. But throughout his career, he had a 193 average against. So he's doing work on the mound for sure. So nice. Canes baseball continues to do work in the portal, adding more arms. I just hope we start mixing in a couple lefties because all these guys coming in are righties, and could use some lefties coming on the mound and out of the bullpen. But
yeah.
The other guys that are playing summer ball up in the Cape and everything are doing fantastic. Rob Evans, big lefty pitcher we got. I think he just got named pitcher of the week up in the Cape Cod League. So he's been doing a lot of work, and it's possible he might be one of our starters coming into next season. So
nice.
Shout out to the baseball team still working, and JD doing his thing, man.
Yeah. Joy, you got anything for the people?
Nah, man, I'm chilling, man. Nah.
Okay, all right, just checking. Just checking. You had some off-air announcements. Just want to make sure we're good.
No. I was about to enter the transfer portal, but no, I'm good.
right back in. Hey, man, y'all make sure to watch tomorrow our social media. We got some new merch dropping. You know what I'm saying? Camp kicks off on Thursday, and we are 34 days away. Right, 33 days away from Notre Dame. The work has been going on, but the pads come out soon enough, and it's about to get real. It's our last weekend without football, fellas. We made it. We did it. Appreciate y'all, man. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe. Remember, we're available wherever you get your podcast. For my brother Poke, for my brother Joey, right there.
I'm gonna have to change my name. Yeah, I'm thinking about what that sounds like.
Yeah. Okay. I wasn't gonna say that. I was gonna let you roll. Whatever.
I'm just looking at it. I'm like, hold on.
One letter off. It's a whole different statement. Hey, man, y'all have a good one, man. We out of here. Peace.
Thanks for watching. You heard. Thanks for listening. We appreciate y'all. You already know every Wednesday, 6 o'clock. You already know every Sunday. Right on time. You already know.